Well, fifth graders, Professor Pandemic is back one more time to continue our work on order of operations. Today, we're going to hit all of it today. We're hitting all 4 steps in order of operations. We have now added parentheses. Parentheses is the king of the jungle when it comes to order of operations. You have to do all work inside the parentheses first. Then you go right back to where we were the last time. Parentheses to exponents, do all your exponent work. Then you go to multiplication and division, again left to right, and then adding and subtracting from left to right. So now we're going to have problems today that have every step in the order of operations. Like this example we have right in front of us. 6 plus 3 squared plus 7 times 5. First step in order of operations, do all the parenthesis work. We have to add the 6 and the 3 to get 9. Parentheses are then gone. We have 9 squared plus 7 times 5. 9 squared is 81 plus 7 times 5, which is 35. Remember, we have to do that multiplication before the addition. If you feel comfortable doing the exponent and the multiplication at the same time, that's fine. If you want to make that an extra step, that's okay too. Some people, when they start getting better at these problems, are able to do multiple steps at the same time. Some people feel better just doing one step at a time and going all the way through. Up to you, just as long as you get the correct answer at the end. 81 plus 35 then equals 116. Let's look at another example. All right, friends, here we have another example. 2 plus 8 to the second power divided by 4 plus 16. So just like in the previous problem, we have to add what's in the parentheses first. That gives us 10 squared. We then can bring down both of these, so that way it's all there. We then do our exponent. 10 to the second power, 10 times 10 is 100. And now in this problem, because division comes next, I have to divide 100 by 4. Think of 100 and splitting it up into 4 quarters. 100 divided by 4 is 25, because 4 quarters equal $1. 100 divided by 4 is 25. We then are going to add 16 because that's our last step. And then we end up with this lovely 41 as our answer. So, hopefully seeing these examples kind of shows you the order of operations that you need to follow when solving these problems. We've got a couple for you to practice on your own before you go ahead and start your classwork. Now, the parentheses are in the middle of the problem, but that doesn't change the fact that you have to do the work inside the parentheses first. So, take a couple minutes, work on it with your brain, with your mental powers, maybe in partners, maybe with your class, and see if you can come up with the correct solution. Hopefully, mathematicians, 69 was the answer you found after doing all this math work. Let's quickly look through it. 14 minus 7 is in the parentheses. We do that first. That gives us 7. We then square it, 7 times 7, which equals 49. We then have 2. We actually have no multiplication and division, so that means we can skip that step and go right to adding and subtracting, where we have 2 operations. You have to start left to right. 100 minus 49 is 51. 51 plus 18, 69. And that's where we came up with that lovely answer. Let's look at another question. Our next question, friends, is 7 plus 4 plus 1 in parentheses squared multiplied by 6. Take a second. Come up with the correct answer using your order of operations. 157 is what you should have gotten for an answer. Let's work through it. 4 plus 1 is 5. That takes care of the parentheses. 5 squared is 25, which leaves us with bringing down the 7 plus and the times 6. We've taken care of the parentheses. We've taken care of the exponents. We have one multiplication to do, which means you have to do 25 times 6 before 7 plus 25. I wouldn't do this in my head, friends, which is why I came over here and did this lovely math work on the side, which is perfectly okay. Please don't do this kind of stuff in your head. Definitely do it on the side. Basic facts like 3 times 4, do that in your head. 25 times 6, use a little side paper. You get 150, you add 7, 157 was your answer. So give yourself a round of applause if you got that correct. And let's try another question. All right, friends, let's step it up to a major league operational problem here. Use your order of operations, read the problem, do everything correctly, and let's see if you hit a home run on this problem. All right, friends, our answer to this problem was 383. Let's go through it. So, we had to subtract this time, 12 minus 6 in the parentheses, which gives us 6, takes care of the parentheses. Our exponent was 6 squared. 6 squared was 36. Now we have 95 plus 36 times 8. Have to do the multiplication before the addition. 36 times 8, as you look over here on my little side scratch work, was 288. I plugged that in. I then added 95, again, did it over here on my scratch paper side, to get up with a total of 383. So, give yourselves 2 thumbs up and a smile if you got it right. Let's do one more problem for this lesson. Last question for this video. Will you get it right? Will you gain the adoration and respect of your teacher and classmates? Let's find out and solve the problem. Should have ended up with 18 for an answer, friends. In the parentheses, 7 minus 4 is 3, and 3 squared is 9. So again, that takes care of our parentheses and exponents. Here we have division and multiplication in the same spot, in the same line. Have to go from left to right. 27 divided by 9 is 3, and then 3 times 6 is 18. When we come back, I'll have a little quick acronym for you to remember your order of operations, pandemic style. Sometimes kids have a hard time remembering the order of operations. What should go first, what should go second, or what should go third. Some teachers have a boring acronym. I came up with a pandemic acronym. Please eat macaroni, Daddy, and sleep, because no one's sleeping during this pandemic, probably especially dads. And I know dads love macaroni. So here's why it's an acronym. The P stands for parentheses. The E stands for exponents. The M and D stand for multiply and division. And the A and S stand for the addition and subtraction. So if you remember the sentence, please eat macaroni, Daddy, and sleep, you'll always remember the order of operations, because the first letter gives you the hint. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, adding, and subtracting. Please eat macaroni, Daddy, and sleep. Also a benefit for the mommies in the world, because if the daddies are asleep, the mommies can actually do something. That's husband and wife joke there for the adults. So anyways, hopefully you had some success watching this video on order of operations. We will possibly have some more operational work for you later in the class, or maybe later this year. As for me, I'm Professor Pandemic. Hopefully you'll have a great day. Maybe you'll eat some macaroni and take a nap, and we'll see you for the next math lesson. Have a great day, friends.